Hey everyone, Justin Smith here, scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama. I am back again with another reaction video as we continue our spotlight series spotlighting the Crimson Tide summer enrollees, some of the guys who will enroll at the University of Alabama over the next couple of weeks during the month of May, as well as those guys who have an opportunity to get on campus, go through the full summer off-season program for the Crimson Tide in preparation for the fall camp for the 2022 football season. As always, before we get started with this reaction and breakdown video, be sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button so you can be subscribed to Touchdown Alabama on YouTube. Of course, also hit that notification bell if you are a subscriber so you can be notified when we drop content on our YouTube channel as well. Today I'm going to take a look at four-star defensive back Earl Little Jr. out of American Heritage High School in Plantation, Florida. A lot of people have deemed this guy to be Minkah Fitzpatrick 2.0, the next Minkah Fitzpatrick for the Crimson Tide. For those of you who like comparisons, I see a lot of Minkah Fitzpatrick in Earl Little Jr.'s game, and when you take a look at his film, you're definitely going to see why I feel that way. One, his high IQ. I think Earl Little Jr. plays the game of football with a high IQ, and I think Minkah Fitzpatrick did that as well. But I think the thing that made Minkah really special was his versatility, his ability to be used all over the defense. This guy was lined up inside of the box at times. I think you're going to see Earl Little Jr. do that as well on his film. You're going to see why many feel that he can be the next Minkah Fitzpatrick for the Crimson Tide. Of course, he has a long way to go. He wants to continue to get better, continue to grow as a defensive back. Actually worked out with Minkah Fitzpatrick recently, so he's making and taking the strides needed for him to be a better defensive back even before he enrolls at the University of Alabama in May. But of course, we have John Ivory running the film for us today. He's going to run it as I break down what Earl Little Jr. brings to the table. The 6'1", 175-pound defensive back. You can get everything rolling now, John, as we want to see Earl Little Jr. playing close to the line of scrimmage. Like I said, he's going to read that play from the jump, picks it off, runs it in to the end zone. John, you can go back to the beginning of that play. Like I said, I think Earl Little Jr. has a very high football IQ. You could tell on this play right here. You could tell that he knew exactly where the ball was going before the ball was even snapped. He had a feeling of what play was going to be run, and it is a lot of reasons why he could have felt that way. Could have watched film beforehand. This team could have ran this play a couple of times out of this same set, but you can tell that he had a feel for what play was coming. As soon as he saw it developing, he attacked it like you want your defensive backs to do, showing off his great reaction skills as well. So we can run that play now, John. Like I said, you could tell that he knew exactly where play was being run. Tried to play it off a little bit, saw the play developing, steps right in front of the wide receiver, runs it into the end zone. I don't even think the quarterback saw him before that play happens. Earl Little Jr. is also a very physical defensive back, making sure he gets his hands on the defender. The play is over. Earl Little Jr.'s rep is over. Gets his hands on the defender, make sure that he puts a hand on the defender before he gets off the line of scrimmage. On this play, showing he's able to run with the wide receiver as well. So we see different facets of his game over the first couple of plays. Once again, showing off that physicality. The play is over. The play is over. He disrupted the whole play by jamming the wide receiver at the line of scrimmage. So his physicality is really showing off. Once again, being more of a slot corner role here. Physical, getting his hand. Yeah, he's a very physical defensive back. Like I said, playing close to the line of scrimmage. What an angle! What a great angle! Watch him close on the football, John. You can go back to that play. Go back to the end of that play as well. Yo, watch how fast he watch that great angle that he took. I think this is actually the play before he's in coverage right here. He's gonna show out that physicality. But yo, watch him. Wide receiver went in motion. He went with the wide receiver traveling. Great angle, attack the football. Great tackle as well. He's going to be more of a, I guess you could say, always extra point field goal or a field goal. He blocked it though. Like I said, playing close to the line of scrimmage once again. Almost a defensive end. Rushing from the edge, which is something Minkah Fitzpatrick did at Alabama, and one of the reasons why many people feel that Earl Little Jr. compares to him. Physical. I don't know why. To be honest, I don't know why he did it, but you can tell that he's a physical guy. He loves contact. But to be honest, you can go back to the the punt return. To be honest, I think his teammate could have caught that. If his teammate went after the football, he would have some space to work based off the block that Earl Little Jr. did give him. But his teammate decided to not pick up the football. But based off that block and that block that Earl Little did, the punt return had an opportunity to pick up the football and do something with it. I think he's a safety on this play. He's the deepest guy in the defensive backfield. Once again, another great angle. I like that play too. Go back to that play too as well, John. You could tell he's the deepest guy, so he has to take that. He takes a great angle. He knows that he's the deepest guy. Watch him stay on top of everybody as he takes that great angle. Another great angle by Earl Little Jr. showing off that good closing speed. Be back. They changed the angle a little bit here. We're showing off his ability to make open field tackles. So I really like that as well. I'm gonna look to see if he's almost as a linebacker on that play right there, attacking the football, playing close to the line of scrimmage. Great open field, another great open field tackle. Playing its own coverage. What a play! What a hit! Dropped in the flat. I'm pretty sure he had the flat in that particular zone. Once again, showing off that open field tackling ability. So we see a lot of different facets of Earl Little Jr.'s game just in these first couple of plays. Like I said, he could play inside the box. He was basically a defensive end and edge rusher on one play. He has a lot of versatility. He can be a cornerback, very physical at the line of scrimmage. Make sure that he gets a hand on the wide receiver off the line, which disrupts a lot of things, and I think he has that in his bag. And along with the physicality that he brings at the line of scrimmage, he's also a physical tackler. I think he plays with an edge, a guy with a high football IQ as well. So there's a lot to like about Earl Little Jr. as the Crimson Tide will bring him in over the next couple of weeks during the month of May. Get an opportunity to work with them throughout the summer as he get acclimated to being a full-time college student and a full-time football player at the University of Alabama. Of course, the Crimson Tide will have pretty much a veteran secondary group, so it'll be interesting to see if he can possibly carve out some type of playing time during his freshman season. If he cannot carve out playing time as a defensive back, I would look for him on special teams. I think he's a guy who can make an impact there, just showing off the physicality, that closing speed, and the hustle that he plays with as well. So Earl Little Jr. is another prospect who I feel Alabama fans should be really excited about. Like I said, he's enrolling in the summer for the Crimson Tide. As always, I am Justin Smith, the scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the notification bell, be notified when we drop content on our YouTube page. Thank you guys so much for watching.